So as I was scrolling through Twitter, formerly known as X, still gonna call it Twitter though, I noticed on Trump Mobile's post on the T1 trailer phone, after they released the T1 trailer, a highly anticipated phone that I've been following many YouTubers on the platform document their experience on when they're gonna receive their T1 phone. Well, I noticed there was a community note stating this phone will be a reskin of the T-Mobile REVVL7 Pro 5G. And after looking at some of the past models from that manufacturer, it does seem like this is the manufacturer that the T1 phone will be using to make their rebrand version of it, as the camera housing looks suspiciously similar. So I took the liberty and actually bought it. So right here we actually have the Trump T1 phone, and I took the liberty and reskinned it with the Trump Mobile logo on the bottom over here. And what's more American than the American flag, with a 5.56 and possibly a shotgun shell. Because spec to specs, it is pretty similar to the Trump T1 phone. So let's take this opportunity and compare it against a flagship device like an iPhone 17 Pro. Because originally, the mock-up of the T1 phone was supposed to be a flagship spec device, almost looking like an iPhone as well. And as always, timestamps to all the tests that we've done will be in the description down below for your pleasure. So there are real photos and videos of supposedly the real phone of the T1. But this version has the T1, massive T1 font and text in the back. And if you look at the T1 trailer, the consumer version, it's not going to have that. So it's kind of confusing on how this phone will officially look like. So this is probably the best bet that we're going to get right now in the meantime while we wait for the T1 release. And when we compare screen to screen spec compared to the specs for the T1 phone on Trump Mobile's website, this is the same 6.7 OLED display up to 120 Hertz. It does feature full HD plus, and it does have a fixed 50 megapixel camera on the back. Battery capacity is also 5,000 mAh. It's rumored that the official T1 phone will support wireless Qi charging, but this version does not. But the T1 phone is selling at $599. This I bought on Amazon for just $125. And this is operating Android 16, and it does have a front-facing camera. Just this version is an 8 megapixel camera. The T1 phone is rumored to have a 50 megapixel camera, but the back camera is indeed a 50 megapixel camera. Just however, these two cameras right here are fake. And something tells me after looking at the still images from the T1 phone, it may have a fake camera itself, but these two over here are real. And we compare a side-by-side comparison between the Trump phone, the T1 phone, as well as the iPhone 17 Pro. In a low-light situation like these photos, one definitely does do a better job. Try to identify which one's the iPhone. In a city shot, outdoors, both are pretty good. So let me know in the comments, which one do you think looks better, 1 or 2? And I'll tell you the answer on which phone is which at the end. And then testing out the ultra-wide sensor lens. Clearly number 1 does capture more of a wide angle, as well as delivers to capture more details as well, especially when you look at the concrete floor. And then for foodies out there, both 1 and 2 are pretty good, but it's when you look at the far distance, it does that DSLR blur at the background. Now, if you guessed number 1 being the iPhone, you're right. So resolution quality, hands down, the iPhone easily does take that. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? Then when it comes to capturing and testing out the OLED resolution between these two OLED devices, in terms of brightness, the iPhone wins hands down. And I also have a privacy screen on the iPhone, so it's a little bit dimmer thanks to that screen display, but you can see that the contrast, the imaging just looks so much better on the iPhone. And if I max it out on brightness as an example, because right now I just have it halfway, to see which phone really does get brighter, it does seem like that this one does get brighter, but the contrast in the imaging just doesn't look as good. But I do want to agree that the display on the rumor has it, the T1 phone display, this 6.78, doesn't look too bad. And then real quick, if you've been enjoying this video so far, if you could kindly take 2 seconds, just hit that like button and like. Really does mean a lot, as that allows the channel to be powered and operated from you guys, the viewers, which is why you don't see brand sponsorship segments taking like a minute or 2 off your time for like a VPN or something that you don't need. Thanks to you guys, but just hitting the like button allows the channel to be powered by you, not brands. So thank you so much for those that did that. let's carry on. And then when it comes to side-by-side comparison, when you're holding it by the hand, this is the rumor size that the T1 phone will be comparing against the iPhone 17 Pro. It is pretty big. This will be like iPhone 17 Pro Max size. But now let's go ahead and do a Geekbench and see what the performance numbers between these two devices are likely going to experience and be like. So I'm going to switch this device to light mode real quick to keep it fair, even Steven, you know. And if we select Run CPU Geekbench, here will show you that this is indeed Android 16. It's a 4-core, looks like a Snapdragon 6. The T1 phone has rumored that will be equipped with a Snapdragon 7 series. So let's run this Geekbench score and see what numbers we get. So the iPhone got done first. I'm going to move this aside while the Android's still running because we want to check out the thermals, and it reached a max temperature of 87 Fahrenheit, 87.3 about. So it did get pretty hot. So this is still trying to catch up, but these were the multi-score for the iPhone side. Let's see what the Android has to say. And here are the numbers, and they're not as good as the iPhones, but let's quickly just do the thermal test real quick and see what kind of temperature we reached back here. And look like it handles thermal really well, better than the iPhone. This is just under 83 Fahrenheit at most. So better thermal management comparing against the iPhone. That's with this ridiculous skin that I have on right now, which I'm sure isn't helping as bad. But when it comes to performance numbers, it's not flagship close like what the T1 phone's supposed to be originally. Now in terms of operating system, both are actually running the latest operating system for their devices. iPhones are known to be able to continue giving you software support until like 7+ years. Android phones typically around that same ballpark number too. 7 years is what I noticed, but it's unspecified exactly how long the T1 phone itself will receive software support for. So it could be 5 years to 7 years. So I'm just guesstimating it might be 7 years as well. Now overall build quality, a T1 phone easily does feel like it's a $200 to $300 phone. Even though I bought this for $125, the body isn't glass or anything like that since it doesn't support wireless charging. And then when it compared against the iPhone cheaped out a little bit this year. It's an aluminum body. It's easy to get scratches. I already have a couple of scratch marks here that are chipping away the paint. But other than that, it feels like an $800 phone, to be honest. This part's glass and then this is aluminum. It's nothing like the older generation iPhones like the 16 and 15 that had like a titanium body. Those felt super premium. Those really did felt like a $1,200 phone. This one feels more honestly like an $800 phone. And then the T1 phone does have more features than the iPhone as an example. Because if we remove some of this edge wrapping job that I have going on here, actually I'm just going to peel it off. Rumor has it that T1 will just be a relabel version of something like this. But right beside here you do have a SIM card slot, a physical SIM card slot with an expansion to increase the storage capacity if you need to. And right here on the bottom you do have a headphone jack port right here, something that Apple removed. But I'm not sure if this is wire resistant. So that's another thing you also keep in mind. But I'm happy to inform you that this phone is using a modern day Wi-Fi antenna, as this does have Wi-Fi 6E, and I believe the iPhone is using Wi-Fi 7. Yes, it is indeed on Wi-Fi 7. So with this testing that I've done between these two devices and using the supposedly manufacturer that's going to produce the T1 phone, which is not made in America, unfortunately. This 556 round is more American than this Chinese phone. If that really is the case, they're definitely doing a ridiculous amount of markup, increasing their margin for the value of this phone, as it's just a $125 device. And there is a new version of this phone from this manufacturer that got released less than a year ago. But the reason why they're probably moving forward with this one is because during 2025, when the T1 phone was announced, they were probably already in the talks of mass producing that phone, but making a T1 version with the different camera housing, which is why this one has this camera housing instead of the T1 phone rumor camera housing that's going to come out with the T1 text right here. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching.